A woman decided to hike alone in the mountains, but as she was heading back down and ready to leave, she discovered that her car door was completely blocked by the car parked next to hers. A man stepped out of the other car and asked if she needed help. Strangely enough, even though the weather was perfectly clear, he was holding an umbrella. Mary had no idea that something terrifying was about to happen. Jack suddenly stunned the woman with a taser to prevent her from escaping, then tied her hands and feet. When Mary regained consciousness, she realized she had fallen into the hands of a dangerous man. Staying calm, she asked him why he had kidnapped her. Jack, looking completely relaxed, replied that he was planning to take her home and keep her locked up. At that moment, Mary managed to cut through the ropes with a small knife. During their struggle, the car crashed into a tree. After getting out of the car, Mary furiously stabbed Jack with the knife, but the attack didn't cause any fatal injuries. Jack, however, didn't seem worried. He simply glanced at his watch, calm as ever. It turned out that Jack had already injected Mary with a paralytic drug. According to him, if everything went as planned, she would start feeling the effects in about 1 minute. In 10 minutes, her hands and feet would begin to go numb. After 15 minutes, her legs would be completely paralyzed, and by 20 minutes, she would lose all ability to move. Hearing this, Mary's first instinct was to run, as it seemed like her only chance of survival. She sprinted as fast as she could, but the horrifying effects of the drug began to show. She soon realized that her pinky finger was no longer responding. Determined to escape, Mary set a 20-minute countdown on her watch. She knew that this was the time she had to get away from Jack's pursuit. As Jack got closer, Mary quickly hid under a tree, staying completely still and controlling her breathing to avoid being found. But when she glanced down, she saw ants crawling on her hand. At first, she didn't think much of it, but in the next moment, she felt ants crawling on her face. She cautiously turned her head to look, only to realize